So what I'm going to do now tonight is give you a description of my Grosland layout. This is what a lot of you have been asking for, a little kind of rundown of my thoughts behind what I'm trying to create and what I've done so far. So this is kind of like just sort of where the full concept is and where I'm trying to head with it all. So let's switch and turn to the layout now and I'll talk you through it. So we start down here where you can see I've tried to create some rocks and some sheep here, obviously, where the loop goes round. We've got sidings here as well. So this is my take on Diddley Squat Farm. Now, for those who may watch Clarkson's farm, obviously he has Diddley Squat and this is my creation on it. So I haven't quite finished, as you will see, but let's have a closer look at what's going on here. So we had a little outbuilding there, field obviously with more sheep, which I might add some more to. There's the little kind of farmhouse where you can imagine Mr. Clarkson lives, so I need perhaps some rather nice high-powered cars to sit outside. Let's just have a further look around this way here. I just move towards the gap. So what I've tried to do here is he's got like a little, kind of almost like a little allotment going on there in the back garden. Some flowers. I've tried to create some kind of crazy paving around the house and some nice runner beans here, which I had from the model shop on the Isle of Wight. I was quite pleased with those. So there you can see, this is the whole of the Diddley Squat area. It does have some extra fields here, some cows this side. What my master plan is for this area, as you can see, the gap, it leads into what will be Levisham. So here I am going to have a little bit of a forest area. So when I've finished, I will attach the trees. But whilst I'm still sort of moving up and down the gap, that'll be sort of the last thing to go in. So we come back around. So there you can see he has a little outbuilding with a little tractor in there too. It's quite a nice little addition. Move that out for you. So there we go. Some few trees. And here, that's going to be like his farm shop. I don't know those who follow him or watch him. He does like cow juice instead of milk and various other takes on things. So that's where the cow juice will be sold, and many people seem to like to have their photo taken at the sign of Diddley Squat, so I might actually get the back here. I might actually see if I can get some signage done for that. So let's carry on. So this area then, where it's Diddley Squat, it will lead into what I hope to be Goathland Station, which is on the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. Quite a pretty picturesque station, which perhaps some of you will know from Harry Potter, or perhaps the older ones amongst you, Heartbeat. I believe it's on the ITV series there. So let's have a look. So we've got the bridge, which is out of actually the Harry Potter range, I think, and the outbuildings there. Little station buildings, and here is the lovely station itself. Again, it's at the Harry Potter range, this one, Hornby. So as I said, my layout is called Grosland, which is a little bit of a mashup between Grosmont and Goathland. So you see there's a lot of work in progress here. So it's going to have quite a few loops sort of here and little places to sit trains. And if I show you over here, Now that's going to be my take on the Grosmont MPD. So you can see that shed building is quite similar. Those who've been there, I think it's the closest thing I could find to their MPD building. And just there, that's going to be the tunnel that runs to Grosmont Station at the side of the MPD, is the idea, disappearing into the wall. So it's all a little out of context because it's more sort of to fit the layout. I couldn't quite fit Grosmont Station itself in, so I have had to adapt. And by doing so, I've added in Levisham, which as you travel down here, then these are the platforms for Levisham. And the little buildings and the level crossing that houses. Again, those who are familiar with North Yorkshire Moors will know what I'm talking about. Those who aren't, obviously, it's more just imagination. And then Levisham obviously leads to the little squatters you've just seen. She's just there. And you'll see the buildings, little cottage buildings I've got, which are quite similar. They're not perfect, but they are quite similar to the cottages at Levisham there. So this middle area, which is kind of like what would be the back of Goathland and the back of Levisham meeting, which obviously isn't right in real life, but and then that middle area down to the MPD. I'm not quite sure yet what to do there. So it is a bit of a working area at the moment where stuff's just put. You can see a pile of ballast, which brings me on to the next subject. Quite a few of you have been messaging saying, why is your ballast so big? Now it was natural stone that I purchased, which I quite liked, but I have since taken your comments on board. And look at this here. This is, as a couple of you suggested, end gauge kind of ballast. You know it's a row gauge. Now look at the difference there between that and that which I had. I'm actually thinking, which will set it back slightly, when I'm thinking of getting the dice and fetching all that back up off all the tracks and replacing with that. So let me know in your comments, what do you think? I quite like it. I think that might be better. Let's have a look here. That perhaps is a bit bulbous, a bit big compared to that. So there's the layout explained for you. So if you agree with, and that kind of gives you the size, which is 12 foot long, 4 foot wide, 6 foot at the bottom end. So let me know what you think on the ballast, and if you've got any more questions on the layout, but hopefully I've covered everything. So thank you, have a good night.